สวัสดีค่ะ
Sawadee krab.
My name is Ajahn
My name is Ajahn Arno, and welcome to FMS Hatyai to Global.
Today we would like to introduce you guys to our distinguished guests in our studio today. We have Dr. Songsin Thiragun Pisut in our house. So Dr. Songsin ka, can you please introduce?
สวัสดีครับ and good morning to every listener. I am the Director of Business Administration and the Program of the Mind Management leaders as well in the Faculty of Management Sciences and in Prince of Songkla University. And thank you again, you guys, that are inviting me to the decision for the radio station today.
It is honored to have you in the house today as well,
Thank
Ajahn,
you.
because it's going to be a very interesting topic that you're going to share to us today.
Yes.
We're very much looking forward to it. So, our show will follow the same structure as before. We'll start with an update, a news update. We've got a very interesting topic today regarding the news, and we've got an expert in the field of tourism with us once again. So, he's going to share his thoughts on it. After that, we'll continue with another English lesson, and then our guest will share his thoughts on the new program that he is working on at the moment.
As everybody heard, previous week already talking about such big news in Hatyai about the Hatyai International Airport. Did you hear about that, Ajahn?
I did indeed hear about it. It was quite a surprise seeing that in the news, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was about shutting down. Can you imagine if Hatyai Airport has to shut down?
Yes, when I first saw it, it didn't make sense to me at all. And when I consulted it with a few other people, we realized that the news might not necessarily be 100% accurate.
So because of one of the news just mentioned also that Hatyai is actually not a hub. It said that Hatyai just only attract business travelers. What do you think, Ajahn Songsin?
I think this is inaccurate news as well, inaccurate information regarding to the news in the report, because right now there are the number of the not only the business travelers, there are the number of the tourists from Malaysia and from China as well. They are growing right now, and the airport right now, they got the 9,500 billion baht for 10 years to expand the airport to a capacity for the 10.5 million visitors a year. So this is a quite huge project for the airport to the expansion. So it's not the accurate information, I think, regarding to the Hatyai is not the hub of the transit.
There are so many comments as well about what if Hatyai really, dismiss the airport and we don't have the this international airport anymore. What will happen to us?
What will happen to us? The economic situation in Hatyai is just going to decrease by so much if that happens. The airport is an extremely important transit port for not only Hatyai but for the whole of the south of Thailand. Not only for the whole of the south of Thailand but the whole of Thailand. So it doesn't make sense at all that they would close down the airport, to be totally honest.
And I think is 20% of the GDP of the country of the southern Thailand is belong to the Songkhla or the main province of the Hatyai. So it's very important that we have to provide the transit hub by the airport, international airport, to the business travelers to the country or to the Hatyai. So it is very important that we still need the international airport to keep our strength to be the number one of the southern Thailand to the economic contribution.
And also there are many things as well. There are many projects about uplifting Hatyai to be a smart city, to be my city, which we're going to talk about further at the end of our session today as well. Hatyai Airport is considered like very important infrastructure, important accessibility. One part of the criteria for Hatyai to become a my city.
Yes.
Without that, we gonna have a really big crisis.
And right now, the Hatyai Airport is the only one airport that can connect the Muslim population of the country to go to the Hajj in Saudi Arabia every
That's
year.
right,
So
that's
this is
right.
very important for the Muslim, Thai Muslim in the country to link themselves to travel from here to the direct flight to the Saudi Arabia for the making Hajj.
Moreover, the more route actually, what I heard, there are more route. The flight from international destination, they also plan to connect with us because they also see that our the more tourists from like ASEAN countries, they like to come here, and also I think that this is not actually such a good news at all. When we heard that I was going to shutting down, it's kind of impossible for us because in contrast, we see more potentials that Hatyai should have more route coming instead of shutting down.
There was talk about Phuket Airport dissolving Hatyai Airport, which doesn't make sense either because Phuket is 7 hours away from Hatyai and there's actually a flight from Hatyai to Phuket. So why would Phuket Airport dissolve Hatyai Airport if it's 7 hours away by a road transportation? Doesn't make sense. And I believe that if this happens, then tourism in the south of Thailand will most likely go down, decrease, to be totally honest. Hatyai is not, we talk about Hatyai being an economic hub, as we did for the past couple of minutes. But it's also, in terms of connecting tourists to other tourist destinations in the south of Thailand, it's extremely important. If you look at the airport and where it connects to other areas in Thailand, it's extremely important. So it wouldn't make sense at all for the airport to shut down.
So rather talking about shutting down, I think it's better to for all the relevant party to consider to improve and enhance the service better because there're gonna be more tourists coming. We believe that there's gonna be more business come to us too. So we rather just improve the airport services, rather improve the immigration or custom system and all that to get ready to welcoming numbers of visitors in the future.
Didn't they just build a new hotel inside of the airport? I think they should build a new massive hotel inside of the airport. So how does that make sense? It just doesn't add up.
I
It's
think should
contradictory,
come
right?
along, am I right?
Yeah.
Like the airport and also the hotels.
It's completely contradictory to one another.
Yeah, I agree with you both. And right now, the tourism authority of the country, they have the plan to draw a million of the travelers from China to Hatyai as well. For the next year, they have the campaign. But right now, I can't say the campaign because it will be launched by the TAT by the next year, the tourism authority of the country. But it's a very strong campaign and very interesting campaign to draw the number of the many millions, I think, overseas travelers to the country, especially to Hatyai as well. There will be more the direct flight from China, especially, and for the India as well. This is the number 2 of the largest travelers in the country, India tourists.
That's the news that we rather hear, and we need to be ready for that. So let's move on, shall we? Okay, so that's about the shutting down Hatyai, which is not possible.
I think it's quite clear that all three of us agree that that's not going to happen.
Yes.
Definitely not. So international airport should stay and ready for the big wave of the visitors to come to us.
Yes.
So that's it for part 1. We had some really interesting discussions. Join us for part 2 after the break. Okay, welcome back to part 2 of the show. As per usual, we will start with our English lesson. We'll read out words, the definitions, and then we will give some examples of how we would use these words and phrases in sentences. So, we will start with word number 1. Market research. Now, this is something that all three of us do on a very regular basis, or deal with on a very regular basis, isn't it? Research is part of our jobs, and we do it very, very often, so we're kind of accustomed to it. The definition of market research. Study of consumers' needs and preferences, often for a particular product or service. So, how would we use this in a sentence? We only launch new products if our market research shows high consumer demand. Now, Ajahn Nana, can you use market research in a sentence for us?
I probably just want to elaborate a little bit more about this phrase about the market research before I just come up with any example. Maybe Kang Sung Sin can come up with an example as well. For market research, in terms of business study, we always use this phrase when it comes to telling our students or the researchers to process of gathering data and try to analyzing or even interpreting the information that we gathered from the market, or even sometimes it's like product or services as well, not just only the goods, the tangible good, but also service. Also we can actually did some study about it. So at this sense, when we utilize the word market research, it also can cover it in any industry. Okay, not just like because some students misunderstand when they say that market research, oh, I have to do the marketing, but that's not marketing only. That is about the market out there. It's about
Only one part of marketing.
Exactly. It's environment where you need to assess and gather the data and come back and analyze and study. So probably Ajahn Sung Sin can share about your part too.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with you. This is very important to make the all of students or the audience regarding to the meaning of their market research. That is not the cover of the marketing area, but it cover every aspect of the business environment. For example, I think we can use the market research like the market research plays a vital role in a successful company.
That's right. So we can use the market research for viral business in a successful company. That's true.
Public relations or PR. Let's have a look at the definition. Public relations is the strategic communication process that builds mutually beneficial relationships between organizations and their publics. Now, Ajahn Nana, public relations, PR, is that something that you deal with on a regular basis?
Yes.
Please
There are many tools to actually can elaborate that this is PR. People just think that sometimes PR is just something like what you try to do, whatever, to make your company have a better image or good image to stakeholders, to maintain goodwill to the stakeholder, make sure stakeholder have positive feeling towards the organizations, image, brandings, uniform, everything, appearance, or even the information must be good too, must be nice and positive. That's what the PR do. But not just that. For me, PR nowadays, there are many tools. In terms of all the marketing tools, also is a PR tools too, like the website, even the event.
We
the
name
event.
we name it like the offline, online PR marketing, right?
Yes,
now.
that's part of it too.
Yep.
And what I tried to say earlier is about event. When you organize any event like MICE, MICE, all these also platform of PR of the organization as well. So for my definition is PR is basically the whole universe of your company, to keep your company look nice, look positive, and make everybody feel good towards the company.
It's not only external communication. I think you're very focused on communicating externally. But PR is also in charge of internal communication in the company. I've taught corporate communication over the past 2 years now, and I've realized or I've learned so much from how important PR is in terms of communicating internally rather than only externally in a company. Because they are communication professionals, they are also in charge of making sure everyone in the company knows exactly what they need to do and making sure that communication flow within a company runs as smoothly as possible.
Totally true, very true. Because of the PR, you just remind me about the stakeholder scheme. When I say the word stakeholders, it also include internal and external stakeholders. For internal stakeholders, definitely those staff. Staff also are our customers. We have to look after them, make sure they feel nice about us, make sure they feel happy to work with us. And also, of course, not only the staff alone, I mean, even the top management as well. We also need to make sure that the communication flow from down to top or top to down nowadays. Yeah. So that's what the PR have to in charge on. As I said, PR is the whole universe of your company. So
It's the
you,
lifeblood of communication. And in my opinion, communication is the most important part in any company. If you cannot communicate properly, there's a very strong chance that your company will fail. And that's a very big statement to make, but it's the truth. Communication is the lifeblood, as you mentioned just now, of any business. If you look at the most successful organizations in the whole world, the reason they are so successful is because of their success at internal communication as well as external communication.
will explain.
All right, so that was an interesting bit of conversation there. Next, we look at a term that is such important terms in terms of marketing, SWOT analysis.
Are those like big guy? Those big guy carry gun?
No, not the police in America. Not the they are also referred to as SWOT. So SWOT refers to the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of an organization. Jan Song-sin, in terms of SWOT analysis, what can you share with us?
I think this SWOT analysis is very important when we want to develop our strategies in a company, because we have to know our strength and we have to know the weakness as well as the opportunity and the threats of the company as well. So this is a kind of the market research as well. When we do the market research, we have to conduct the SWOT analysis of our company to know, and then we can propose our strategy for the products of our company to launch to the market.
For me, you're right. That's for the organizations. I believe that SWOT also can apply with the person too.
Definitely.
Very nice, very nice. Can you elaborate
I
more?
always analyze myself every morning when I get up. Today, what SWOT do I have? In order to improve myself and be ready for all the threats,
Oh, wow.
you
Agree with
see,
you.
Very
and
interesting.
be ready for opportunity I'm gonna face. I need to look at myself that what strength do I have today? What weakness do I need to improve today? This is good thing that everybody should also, do like I do. You see,
How am I going to take advantage of the opportunities and combat those threats
See?
through our strengths and our weaknesses? Yes?
That's right.
Yeah, right.
Or how do I actually deal with my partner? What's partner SWOT? What are my SWOT? Is it, how we can actually deal to each other? But you have to also, when you want to analyze others, that's what you need to scan yourself. Then you'll be able to actually can deal and work with them effectively. This is can be applied in any environment, in any aspect.
Just a perfect way of looking at SWOT in a different context rather than only in an organizational perspective, but also in a human perspective, yes?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Ajanana.
So let's start from today. When every morning you get up, SWOT yourself.
Very nice.
SWOT yourself. All right. So, next one, launch. Very marketing orientated phrases that we have here today. Launch, to introduce a new product or service to the public. All right, this is also something that Ajahn Nana deals with on a regular basis, isn't it, Ajahn?
What do I launch? Yes, we like to do a lot of launching on the projects, as we are. Actually, many people call me as a project person. So yeah, I launch a lot of things. Pretty much like in terms of marketing too. When we have a new product or services, we would like to inform public or stakeholders to know about what we have, what new thing we have. This is a word that we use of get out there and launch the product and services. What about you, Tan Song Sin? I think in even industry, mice industry, that's what you do.
Very important for the event of my industry, because every company, then when they have the products like a car or the mobile phone, when they develop their new product, they need an event to deliver their new product, like the big event for the medias and for the key customers. Normally, it's very important nowadays as well when they launch a product, especially in the department stores. When you go to the shopping store every weekend, you can see that there are a number of the launching products. Yes.
Good. All right. So next word we look at. This is a very important part in terms of self-promotion, promoting yourself. Curriculum vitae or CV. Right. Now, I think we've all got a lot of experience in developing our CVs. Maybe the two of you have a lot more experience than me, to be totally honest. But what is a curriculum vitae? A short written account of one's education, experience, career, and achievements. So, in terms of our curriculum vitae, it's extremely important, specifically when we apply for a new job. Yes, when we apply for a new job. But it's also very important to keep your CV updated on a regular basis. Ajahn Nana?
First thing first, we need to clarify the terminology between CV and resume. Some of the students, because I face a lot of the students' confusions when it comes to internship period time, they have to develop their CV. And but for me, I get used to with the word CV from Australia. Sometimes Australia also using resume. So they are the differences which I actually share to my student. I'm not sure whether how you use it, but
The main
yeah.
difference between the two is curriculum vitae is based on Britain, on England. England refers to it as a CV, where Americans refer to it as a resume. Now, a resume is a shorter document than a CV. A resume is usually only 1 page long, and it's a very short overview, whereas a CV can be 1 to 2 pages long. A CV has a more detailed information about you, more detailed information. Some companies prefer a CV, others prefer a resume. So it's a detailed account, a written account on both sides, resume and CV. But a resume is a shorter document than a CV.
And probably, Ajahn Susin, probably can you share to us why the students always have 1 page of their profile? They don't call this as resume nor CV. They call this as a prawat or profile.
Actually, as Ajahn Arno let us know regarding to the different term of the CV and the resume, but in hospitality industry, it's very important that we have to provide both CV and resume. Because nowadays, the number of students when they graduate, they want to work in the hotels, 5-star hotels, or in the airline. And the number of time of the human resource management of this kind of the industry, when they want to scan the candidate of the future employee, they want to see their resume first, the 1 page of the information, before they going down to the CV for the 1, 2, or 3 pages of the information of each candidate. So this is very important that we have to provide the key information of ourselves in the resume, only the key information, to help the HR staff to scan or to pick the key candidates, and then they will arrange another second round or the third rounds to look more details and ask the most 3 or 4 or 5 candidates to interview at the company.
Ajahn Songsin Kha, today you will share to us about how to create Songkhla to be a truly unique My City. So would you like to please share to us, first of all, what is My City?
Okay, thank you very much, you guys again, for inviting me for the radio station for today. So this is a very huge project of the province of Songkhla right now, to promote the destination to be the MICE. So actually, we start the MICE industry in Songkhla since 2010, around that. And this is the time, 2019, since we start the MICE. And right now, the governor of the province, he really see the potential of the number of the MICE visitors that are growing in the province. For the MICE, this is the acronym of the meetings, incentive travels, conventions, and exhibitions, as well as events. When we emphasize the events in the MICE industry, we only mention the mega event. We don't mention for the general event,
Like special event.
like the special event, like in the year of the
Olympic?
Olympic in in Japan right now in the next year, right? This is a mega event that a number of destinations of the world they want to draw the big and the significant event to their destination to promote their image.
What about local event? Is the International Balloon Festival can be special event?
We can promote the International Balloon Festival of Songkhla that we already organized it even for the last 2 years. This is very important event as well because as it's promoted at the international festival. So there are a number of the especially from the Malaysia Malaysian travelers. They quite enjoy and come to Songkhla to join for the International Festival of the Balloon. So this is the kind of the events that we want to elaborate in the first phase because it's very important when we talk about the MICE industry and there are the event a number of events as well and quite not clear to the who involved in the industry when they see the event how the event can be the part or contribute to the MICE industry.
Very important. And also for the My City in Songkhla, how do we actually transform our city to become one?
Very nice question. Right now in the country, we have the official MICE destination, 5 provinces. We have Bangkok, we have a Chiang Mai, Khon Kaen, Pattaya, and Phuket. And right now we are proposing our province to be the 6th MICE destination of the country. We want to draw more MICE visitors in our province because we have the largest MICE venues in the southern part of Thailand, which is located in the Prince of Songkhla University. This is very important when we talk about the MICE. It's not about the tourism. We talk about the infrastructure that we can develop and to cater for the demands of the MICE visitors, like the airport. We got the huge of the budget right now, more than 9,000 billion for the 10 years to expand the airport to cater for the growing of the number of the visitors and travelers. We have around 20,000 rooms of the hotel right now in Songkhla. So we are sure that when we organize the mega event, we have the number of the accommodation that we can cater for the number of the more than 10,000 of the visitors when they come to the province as well. So this is the kind of the initiate project of the province of Songkhla that the governor, the Thailand Convention and Exhibition Bureau, and the Prince of Songkhla University get along with the relevant associations, Hotel Association, Tourism Association in the province. This is the group of the members of the My City project. They want to promote the city to be the My destination. But it's very important that we need to have the key actor in the destination to work as a one-stop service to promote the event, to bid the convention or conference from overseas to our destination, and to promote the image of the destination as well to the visitors when they want to explore or want to have the unique destination to organize their event or the meeting, or they want to come to have the team building activities. We also have the number of the tourist active destination in Songkhla as well that we can provide the unlike other activities in the destination to make the last long life experience to the visitor when they come to have the incentive activity in the destination. This is the background of the project that right now we are going to operate or launch the city bureau, the first city bureau in the country. Next month, we will have the opening ceremony of the Songkhla Convention and Exhibition Bureau. This is the bureau, this is the key actor of the province right now that we try to promote and support the MICE events and to bid the conference and the exhibition from the overseas to conduct the event in our province, as well as these actor in the province. We have the responsibility to enhance the capability of the employees of the mice industry in the province, that they have to stand up to know the needs and the demands of the visitor of the mice industry that are very different from the general visitor or tourists in the tourism industry.
What if the listeners out there, when they listen to this, they want to participate in helping, be part of, boost up the My City as well? So now can you just share to them whether what are the aspect and component or the factors that how to make Hatyai or Songkhla to become a My City? They are the criteria, am I right? Could you please just address each of the criteria in brief? Maybe those who are listening out there, if they actually, they're there, they're part of it, then they can just help from their side to uplift Songkhla to be a My City as well.
Yeah, actually, they have the 8 criteria that the Thailand Convention Exhibition Bureau they used to measure the capacity of the MICE destinations. But the very important criteria right now that we work very hard is to push a number of the MICE venue hotels in the province to have the standards, or we call it Thailand MICE venue standards. Right now, we are the second province in the southern Thailand that we have the number of the Thailand MICE venue standards hotels. The first in the southern region is Phuket. This is the very important of their province as well, because they are the very tourist destination. But we are the second of the province that we have the number of the MICE venues that have been certified by TCEP. But it's not enough right now. We need to have more hotels in Songkhla to have passed these criteria to certified by TCEP to be the MICE venue standard. So we have the MICE management program in Prince of Songkhla University, and I believe that our lecturer can support each hotel if they need to elaborate or to help to clarify or to help them to make the self-evaluation for the standard, because before they process the standard to the TCEP, they have to make the self-evaluation first, because in my industry it's very important, because my visitor or the host of the event, they expect the standards of the venue. Even though your venue have the high standard of the facilities, but we still need the granted from TCEP to make you
must follow protocol, basically.
Yeah, must follow protocol is very important. And the Thailand MICE venue standard is still free. This is the free certification of the country, but you have to follow. Yeah, it's very important, and it's very easy to follow these criteria. But it's very hard as well, because the tourism industry in Songkhla it grow from the last 20 or 30 years, right? There are a number of hotels that they construct and not follow for the criteria. It's very hard for them as well, for some of the hotel right now, that they have to renovate. Yeah, to follow some of
Specifically, if they built it in their own way and then having to change it in the way according to
the Thailand MICE venue standards.
MICE venue standards, then it might become an issue.
Can you share about couple more criteria, because we have time limit? So can you share what could be the second important criteria that the stakeholder out there should be part of it?
For this criteria, we need the more number of the international events in the Songkhla as well. So right now we trying to promote and we trying to support the key relevant actors in the province to bid the international events, or to flagship their event, to promote their event to be the international one in the future. Because right now we have 4 owners of the event, like the World House Spec. This is the one of the biggest halal exhibition in the country. So right now they are proposed their event to be the international platform in the future. And we have the biggest one event in the southern Thailand that named the agricultural fair. Yeah,
Is it rubber?
agricultural
Oh,
day
agricultural.
or งานเกษตร fair.
All
Yeah,
right.
this belong
All
to the
right.
คณะ the faculty of the
Natural resources.
natural resources and the owner of the event, the dean of the faculty. He agreed to propose or to promote his event to be the international expo in the next coming year as well. This is very important,
And exciting.
very exciting.
Very exciting.
Very exciting because it is not the change of the name of the event to be the international or the global event, but the requirements of that kind of event is to have to draw around 20% of the overall of the visitor to the event to be the overseas.
International.
Yes, it's very important.
What about in terms of that event? Because it's very congested all the time and there's a lot of people and it's very difficult to move around. So I'm assuming infrastructure also has to change. correct?
Yes, that could be
Absolutely.
another criteria
Yeah.
you should address as well about the infrastructure and transportation.
Yes, right now in Songkhla we have the a number of projects. We have the monorail project, the 9,500
Monorail.
project as well, which right now is on the government office of the Thailand. They are going to proceed the project and plan this project maybe by the next year. We will have the monorail from the airport to the city. This is the one of the thing that there's the
Any
program.
monorail comes straight to convention from airport to convention
I
would
don't
be
know,
nice.
again,
Would be
how
nice.
that can work out with it's very
But-
congested that
but-
area.
But the monorail will pass
Underground. Underground
maybe
or,
in the
or
future,
on
Ajahn.
land.
But right now we have the bus. We have the smart city campaign as well. So the stakeholders of the smart city, they try to incorporate the application for the public transport in the province as well. So in the future, maybe next year, I think the travelers or the customer of the transport, they can check the information of the transport through their mobile phone. This is the very interesting project that they try to support the event as well.
So for Songkhla to be a my city, for the projects they look into what kind of period of time, any timeline for us to achieve.
So right now we are on the process of the resale evaluation.
All
We
right.
will take around 3 months for the self-evaluation process, and then when we complete the self-evaluation project of the My City of Songkhla, then we send the report to the Thailand Convention and Exhibition Bureau, and that the bureau will set up the official committee to evaluate our city by the next year.
We would like to hear that. We would like to hear the outcome and everything and your next plan.
The project will be completed before June of next year. So I believe that right now the last since 2017 we complete the evaluation project of the My City of the country, and we got the 4 scores.
Out of?
Out of overall the scores of the of 5. 4 score of 5.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, right? Yeah, and I believe that from the 2017 right now, the scores that we got lack of the criteria right now. We have some of the criteria that can boost the score up to maybe 4.5 or 4.7. I believe that, and I trust that we can pass these criteria to be the 6th My City of the country. When we talk about with the other province that they want to promote their city to be the my destination as well, but then we go through the evaluation of their province, they still lack of the convention center. But in Songkhla
We are ready.
we
Yeah.
have the 2 largest MICE venue center. One is the standalone convention center, the ICC in the PSU, and the second one, this is the biggest convention center in the shopping mall in Hatyai Central Festival. This is the biggest one in southern Thailand.
So that means we are ready for the convention.
We are
so
ready
we have
for
no
that.
worry about it.
Yes, and these 2 conventions, they have the global standard to certify their service and facilities as well. This is very important for the MICE destination.
Well done.
Yes.
Well done. So the most important thing that everybody should also know that behind of all these project and all hard work, actually from our faculty staff,
Yes.
from my
Management
lecturers.
lecturers, we are trying very hard to push our academic through the action, and we got the very strong policy from the president of Prince of Songkhla University as well as the committee of the My City of the province. So the governor gave him the responsibility to take part to put the Songkhla to be the My City. And it's very interesting that we have to note that in the Prince of Songkhla University, we have our own venue as well. So, and we have the biggest event of the southern part of the southern of the country as well. So this is the thing that the Prince of Songkhla University can have the ability to walk very fast to put the province to be the My City, and it's time, I think, right now that we have to evaluate the city again by the TCEP and grant us to be the sixth destination of the country to be the My City.
We feel that this is really significant contributions of Faculty of Management Science has contributed to the city, and these projects will keep on going, and we'll have the milestone that we have to follow. And our show definitely will need to actually come back with this topic again to report to the listeners what's happening to this project. And definitely, since I say this, Ajahn Songsin, Dr. Songsin, you have to come back and share to us about the progress, about what's going on more. We probably can do this as a series of sharing the stories about Songkhla to become a My City, maybe in upcoming couple of years now or something like that.
Yes.
You agree to join us again next time?
To join with you. I'm very happy to join with you.
I believe many listeners would be more interesting to hear about the not just only My City, but also how can they actually contribute. Probably next time you can share more of each of the criteria, how each of the stakeholder or the whole ecosystem can help you and your projects, and also the government project to boost up the Songkhla to become My City together.
Yes, absolutely. I'm very happy to come again next year. Next year, I think. Yep, or maybe next month if you have.
Yeah, we have one more month. Then
right.
Next year already.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. We would like to have you back again.
Thank you very much for sharing. I certainly learned a lot from this. I believe, Hatyai and Songkhla has the resources for it, 100%. We've got the resources to become a My City, and I hope and believe that it will eventually happen within the next few years. Thank you very much.